It's actually well, let's just get some copyright infringement.
Oh man. Oh. Hey, we got a person. It's probably you.
No, it's not yet. I'm on all my links, so you know
okay.
he's live.
Oh, got two. Who is it?
Judas Priest. Yep. Called Painkiller. It was like the quintessential like power metal, thrash metal, English metal album. And
Metal.
Like,
all the metal.
metal. Like
It's all the metal.
I don't even know when it came out. In the 90s?
Nice.
Yeah.
Weren't you listening? Was it Pantera the other day? Or who was it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And you were like, yeah, this guy's dead. He's a heroin addict.
Yeah.
We're just timing him
I
out.
can't even see the chat. What's going on here?
Uh-oh. Maybe no one's talking to us.
Pop out chat. Oh, there it is.
Oh,
okay.
That's a new thing.
Well, good morning, people. Oh, yeah. Now you know.
Shalom.
Shaloha. Now, if I want my chat to come back, we'll just put this over here. Good morning, Diggin.
Morning.
I forgot how to pop it back.
Give us a second, guys.
Yeah, I'm good at
We're
this.
straight up
I'm
pro,
good at
Aiden.
this.
Straight up professional.
I'm good at this. So good at this. Luckily, it's Patreon. They love us anyway. They're like, you know, Barry, you're pretty bad at these things sometimes, but we're glad you're here. So, oh well. There it is. I literally checked Patreon and said coffee time with Barry, and his first comment, boom, good job.
Yeah.
You know, punctuality is good. Now let's work on the consistency, sister. Nice, Chris Haynes. 1001. Good morning, Okie Storm Chaser. I like your. I don't. What is that? Nice emoji, bro.
You know, it was interesting. Somebody was talking about 1001.
Uh-huh.
You were telling us when we were down in Atlanta, you're like, you know, it's interesting that people know what subscriber they were for you.
Oh yeah, yeah,
It's interesting.
yeah. It's incredible that it means that much to people.
Yeah.
You know, which it's super cool. Not taking anything away from it at all. It's super cool. I
didn't mean it as a joke. I mean, it was interesting.
Yeah.
That's how focused some people are and how I guess you speak to their lives. You know what I mean?
Well, to the extent that the Father uses me to speak to anybody's life, it's super cool.
Well, it's like I was telling you with Jonathan when he was telling me that his daughters who were young watch my stuff. I'm like, I'm a nobody, bro. But makes you feel humbled, I guess.
For sure.
Yeah, because I just don't matter.
You matter.
Not comparing to the Lord, man. Yeah. The one we're all trying to point to.
Yeah. Twitch lives matter.
Whose lives matter? You all would not believe the effort.
Has that
this man
chicken done that at all yet today?
Not at all.
And we start a freaking live stream. What happens?
Look at him, he's strutting too.
Yeah.
He's strutting.
Wait.
Right there. Right there.
We've been here for over an hour reading the word, and nothing. We go live, and what do we get?
And he's coming closer. And now he's just
He's
gonna
right-
linger.
he's just
gonna hang out.
So he
Hey, you want
thinks.
an axe? I got one of your axes.
No.
Just don't tell your wife. You have to hide his body.
She's going to be out of town for a few days. So that's fine.
We're gonna have a culling. Anyway, what I was gonna say before the rooster decided to show up was that y'all would not believe the effort this man has been putting into looking into a bobblehead.
Hell yeah.
We were at lunch the other day, and he's like serious face. He's looking at his phone, and I look over. I was like, "You good, man?" He goes, "Yeah, yeah." And he just keeps on doing whatever he's doing. I was like, "Cool." I'm not gonna look over his shoulder and check on what his phone is. I'm eating a roll or something. And then he comes back randomly, mid conversation about nothing related, and he goes, So I think it would be this amount of money for this many. And we're like, what are we talking about? He's like, for Twitch bobbleheads. It's like, that's what you were so focused about this whole time?
It's a must.
He's like, well, no, I was doing other things too, but that's where he ended up.
I have.
You're a multitasker, man.
Well, thanks. We were talking about discipline earlier in context of the word, and I have this. I can be a laser beam when I want to be, and sometimes you need to be. Sometimes you just need to grind on this thing, right? And so, yeah, it was on my mind. Hunter Seeker.
I told him, I was like, the funny thing is I'm going to have to come on here with him and give the approval, or you'll have somebody be like, that's offensive. And I'm going to be like, no, it ain't. That's freaking hilarious.
You said profitable wrong. Somebody asked how lambing season is going. We've got one more. And let's see. Of that, so far this year, we've had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 lambs.
Wow.
This year.
Why didn't you sing that like it was on Sesame Street? 1, 2,
I'm
3,
sorry.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8,
1,
2, 12.
2, 3,
You ever seen Dave Chappelle talk about that he's a pimp?
No.
The counts a pimp. How many times I tell you? 1, 2. It's Dave Chappelle. It's not me.
Yeah. Okay. So of those, we've 2 of them didn't make it, so that puts us down to 15, and then we gave several away, and there's at least 10 still running out there. So, and we got one more mama waiting to go. So, hey, good morning, stalwart peacekeeper.
What's up, man?
Good morning. And so, yeah, lambing season has gone well. It's gone quite well. We've given some ewes away. We've given a bunch of lambs away. We've given some rams away. In fact, I just had a brother text me before we went live. It was like, hey, man, I've got a bunch of rams. Do you want to maybe change up the gene pool? And I texted him back. I was like, we'll talk when I see you, because I got a bunch of rams too. So I've got lots and lots and lots of rams. Good morning, Curtis Spencer. Shalom, brother.
Somebody was talking that they got a bona fide crap storm up in Minnesota. Are you still up there? I'd like to know. Looks like Hans Hammond. That's
a good dude right there.
It's chilly up there.
Somebody said they're already still talking about the training that they put on.
Nice.
Yeah.
That was a good training, bro. That was a good training.
I flipping love doing that.
You and Richard and Nicole
it's fun.
Are doing a great job. An absolutely great job. We've got a bunch of dates up on refugetraining.com now. 8-hour classes. We're in the process of booking another 8-hour class for Dallas. So it's a blast. Yeah. Good times
Yankee
at a range. Yankee Watchdog, what's up? Twitch did an awesome job.
Thank you.
Nice.
I will tell you, though, that I am very privileged to be able to do it with Richard and Nicole. They are wealths of knowledge, and we all, I think, really play off each other.
Yeah.
We have a lot of good balance there.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Agreed. Good morning, Ashley Storms. Have y'all ever thought about doing a promo video for your classes? We have. We're not there yet. Right now, so some of the trainings we do in the future will have this man with us.
Shalom.
Oh, yeah.
So that he can capture the digital stills and the video that we need for promotional stuff. But that's like literally a job in of itself.
Mm-hmm.
Like, right? You could speak to that.
Oh, most definitely.
It's literally a job in of itself.
Yep.
So that's
filming, getting the right angles, conveying the story.
I mean, how much time do we spend doing that? 1 minute. mulch combat video that I
Like,
did.
no, you got to do it again. Wait, I have to get this thing.
Yeah,
No,
I mean-
got to be over here.
I had so much fun doing that, but guys, y'all wouldn't believe I really appreciated his take. But you would not believe I trimmed that video down from like an hour of footage into a minute and like 5 seconds. And it took me a couple hours to do the editing, and I was doing it all on my phone. But I mean that it took a total, it was like probably 3 hours worth of time for a
Yes.
minute.
That's what it takes.
And and that's why we have a Dudley.
Try to get it as close as you can in camera, but you want different angles to convey the message that you want to send.
What message was I trying to convey in that video?
That wood chips need to die.
Oh my gosh, we spent so much time spreading that stuff. It was good though, good effort.
There's the somebody asked, I think it was Jay Morris for Ozarks Altruistic. Here's the link to their channel.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
Brother Richard, Sister Nicole right there. So
Gonna get prayed up watching that channel.
hell yeah. They're great people.
Yes, indeed.
And that he was telling people at training, he's like, hey, yeah, you could come watch my channel, but I mostly just like read the word, and I don't know how much you guys are gonna be into that. And like nobody looks turned off. And
Yeah.
they're like, and what's your point? Like, good.
Yep.
So snowstorm in Maine tomorrow. Walmart won't have milk, eggs, or bread for the next 3 days. Hashtag prepper, bro.
Exactly.
Right? I never got a chance to thank you for the talk after morning class. You and Phelps helped a lot. Roman Jeeper, bless you. Praise Yah. Good times. Wood chip lives matter. Actually, they don't. We
That
have
day they didn't.
destroyed them.
I think I lost a little bit of my sanity by moving all them chips.
No, I think you lost the sanity riding the tire off the back of the trailer.
We had a good time.
There was a lot of, yeah.
You know, some people talk about riding the lightning, right? Well, we were riding the tire and the trailer. We were surfing. Good times.
I think I don't know if I even have that anymore, but it's okay.
Oh man.
Oh, man.
Oh man.
Oh, man. Good times. I
We
got
had a
a
pretty
bunch
good
of
time.
videos on my phone that like probably need to not be on here.
Someone, yeah, it's so cool.
They've been uploaded already. You know when that happens? You ever
Gotta
do
make some
that?
space.
You ever
Make
do
sure
that?
it's backed up.
Must first for this something. Yeah. So I may or may not have had sanity before. You know, when I was still doing cop stuff, believe it or not, I was seen as a crazy guy.
No.
Can you imagine?
No. No.
No.
No.
Show up on scene with a satchel of OC spray. You're not the weird guy. You can't tell me that I'm the weird guy.
Delmarva, Aaron Goodman. I know where the Delmarva region is. I didn't see your earlier question though. Aaron Goodman. I'm looking.
Where's the search engine when you need it?
I know it should. For all of the usefulness of YouTube, you should be able to just click on his name and see like all of his comments up to now. I asked because I was talking to some guys. We're in a local volunteer fire company and EMTs to sign up for your class. I'm trying to get at least 15 people, so it's worth flying to Delmarva. Well, we drive, homie. We don't fly because we take a truckload of equipment with us.
We did.
But it doesn't mean we won't come to Delmarva.
I don't think you can have those totes as carry-on luggage.
No.
No, guys, I don't think y'all give credit to the amount of stuff we have to take that's not prepping related. It's class related.
Yeah.
Kits for y'all to use, the wound cubes or the salamis. If you've been to class, you know what we're talking about. The things that you're going to do wound packing and stuff with. It's a lot of gear.
To say nothing of all the kit, the trainer kits and the Bearfax and the signage and the this and the that, and it's a lot of stuff. It'll fill the back of a 1-ton flatbed pickup truck. So to fly with it or ship it, yeah, that's understandable. I never thought about all the gear. Cool.
Yeah.
Hey, so sales at refugetraining.com. Just work with Phelps. He'll get you taken care of. He wants the 411 on Adair County. Okay. Chris Haynes, the definite change anybody. So somebody asked about clear right there, Jim Morris, clear out OC CS gas grenades.
All right.
Send it, bro.
What do you want to know about them? So I got thoughts about chemicals. In fact, on Patreon today, at request, in reference to another video that I did, I'm going to be talking about my thoughts on some of that, because I'm a huge fan of chemicals because they give you another option. So I'm also a huge fan of carrying this stuff, right? Carrying guns.
Whoa.
Because so you
Whoa.
Shut down.
Gosh, man.
What's going on here?
Anyway, all that to say, it's good to have options. And your options, you got to know when and where you'd use them. Yeah, we're all armed up.
Hold on.
How do I hold this thing?
I'm gonna pause for 1 minute.
God.
This is the pistol I won the Shofar Mountain Games with
They
last
can't
year.
see it. Bring it up.
Oh,
Hold on,
now
I
you're
will
finally
in a-
talking
I will
about
in a minute. It's been almost a year, right? A half a year anyway. But here's the deal. I'll clear it.
Look at him. He's still wanting to resonate on his victory there.
No, I just want to say this gun is not that old. And for all you effing range queens that drive me crazy, can you see the holster wear already?
Oh, show him the slide stop lever. He's got the finish wearing off.
Okay.
Look
So
at that magic.
So that's why. Look, there's mud in the grip. You see that? There's mud right there in the pistol grip. There's the finishes coming off of the TLR1.
All the best guns.
Look at the slide.
All the best guns.
And this gun is a year old, not even a year old. So go use your stuff. People ask me all the time, they're like especially on my rifles, they're like, man, that looks so cool. How did you do that? I spray painted it, and then I walk in the woods and shoot stuff with it.
So if you ever run out of camouflage, you need to camouflage your clothing. All you got to do is go crawl around in the mud.
Yep.
Yeah, there's that
Pretty
too.
much.
Anyway, to the chemical topic.
Back
real
to,
quick.
back to chemicals.
Back to chemicals.
Wait, are we going to do a test OC spray here?
We could.
Nice.
It would clear all this.
We would lose all of this
pollen out of my-
congestion.
yeah.
You've never lived until you've had a free flow of snot.
Yes, Jay Morris.
So all that to say, guys, that clear out's good. Yes, you can actually get it. I know this because last year when Riot started, and I was talking about on Patreon, the idea of getting clear out gas, it is CS and OC spray mixture, essentially, right? You could buy that stuff as the average Joe. Now, probably today you won't because I've said it out loud and somebody will go find it. But yes, you can. It is a push pin, non-ATF regulated item that you can deploy. If you're in a room space with that, you won't be very long. And OC spray has similar uses, right? So chemicals have a place. The difference is, though, you got to understand when and why you would use it. So like I was telling him, we were chatting about this on the road. And you don't buy gas and throw it in the middle of a crowd.
Mhm.
That just causes the crowd to do this in all directions. You would use things like gas to push a crowd, right? And you also want to know when and why you would use it. So you don't use it out here in the middle of a field. You would have a corridor idea. You need a city block. You need a room. You need something like that that's going to keep the gas mixture. You also need to know the ramifications if you use this. It is still a use of force, right? At least in law enforcement eyes. So it's assault on people. You need to make sure it's worth assaulting somebody.
It's a pepper.
It's a pepper. It's not assault. Thank you. Yes. Anyway, I'll talk more about that when I'm not going to tie up his entire live stream.
I
But
don't give a crap.
point is, it's got a place. You just probably would want to think about what that place would be. Also, if you go to Walmart and you buy OC spray, you've wasted your money.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
If it's not OC 17 or stronger,
So
it's a waste.
you literally want something that the police are using. And if you go on Amazon right now, you can buy a tall can of Saber Red Crossfire 2, I think it's called. And it'll have like 1.33% oleoresin capsicum. That's hot. That's the hot stuff. And it's got like 5 million Scoville heat units. And all that needs to mean to you is like a jalapeno pepper has like 750. This has 5 million. Okay, so it's hot. It's like hell on your face. And it will absolutely cause you to breathe differently. It will absolutely cause you to snot up and not be able to see as well.
Yep.
Think of environments where it might be useful that people can't see you as well. There you go.
Now, when I used to work security, if we wanted to clear people, all we would do is just spray it at the ground towards the crowd.
You can do that.
And that enough would get people to move and go.
Now, I'll tell you, we would do some of that because it was a paper use of force. I had to do a report every time that I sprayed someone directly, but if we scatter it on the ground and kick it up in the air, we didn't have to do a use of force. However, if I decided I was going to use pepper, I was going to do the paperwork. You were going to get the full body of it. Yeah.
Oh, so you had the what's the name? Fire extinguisher cans of it.
No, I just had a lot of extra cans.
Oh.
I like the disposability of it. You literally empty cans, chuck it, go to the next one. Empty cans. I mean,
what do you think about those pepper ball guns that are coming out?
pepper ball is cool. I have not used it. I always carried cans, but I have seen it used on people a bunch. It gets people to react because you're hit with something, which causes you to kind of pay attention for a second, and then it still has the OC. But I don't like it as much as I like the spray. The spray just doesn't wear off.
Yeah, no, it doesn't.
No,
It's all up in your business.
all up in your business. One of my funniest times ever at work, and I told them about this, was I had this dude I sprayed. He was drunk. He was violent. Sprayed him, hauled him to jail. As we're getting out, he has a loogie hanging from his nose like 6 whole inches. It's dangling down to here like a turkey gobbler. And he's like, buddy, I'm sorry, man, but would you please wipe my nose? And I tell him, buddy, I ain't got nothing to wipe your nose with, and I ain't wiping it for you. And so I was like, here's what we're going to do. I'm going to get you out of the car. I want you to lean forward and flick.
Oh, man.
And so he did. He got out, and he flicked, and it goes and just stayed there. Oh, God, real cop stuff.
I don't know why more people aren't on your Patreon. And I mean this nicely. Like for real. You should have.
I'm the nobody, man. I don't mind it. I just come and invade yours.
It's all good. It's all good. We're too big for this narrow angle camera. That's a little bit better right there.
Whew.
I still have a bunch of dog spray from when I worked at AT&T.
AT&T.
Yep.
Nice.
Yep.
I have seen dogs, though. 2 pit bulls latched to each other. Absolutely just shake it off.
Hey, Sam.
Like it's nothing. Oh, man.
Tony Homesteader, your neighbors need a better they need an advocate. Health bills, medical bills causing them to lose their generational farm. Okay, yes, we will pray for them, but they also need a better advocate.
Man. Tear gas 308. Yep. I've walked through a block building that they just had fired tear gas shot shell in. It didn't do a real good job. No, they needed more volume. Balls with a wrist rocket? Probably not, Cat.
Unless you're Spider-Man.
That'd be cool.
That would be a nice wrist rocket, a pepper spray.
I gotta take my daughter to the dentist this morning. I'm really looking forward to that.
I bet she's looking forward to that. She told me she's got 4 cavities.
Well, if she'd just do a better job of brushing her damn teeth.
We're drinking all that Pepsi.
I know.
Make sure if they give her any of that gas, start recording.
That's a good point.
But you may not want to know what she says. Sometimes too much truth is too much.
Yeah.
I'll be recording either way. I mean, shabba-dabba-doo. Saber Red Crossfire Pepper Gel. Do we want with the belt clip?
You do not want gel.
You know?
So a lot of people are proponents of gel and foam. No. You want something that you don't have to be accurate with. That's why you want spray. You want it to be able to just coat an area, no accuracy required. If you get the gel, if it hits the forehead, dude reaches up and flings it like toothpaste.
Right.
You didn't get in his eyes.
Foamy stuff.
Yeah. No.
That's no good. What'll work even better is if you have a water balloon, hit them with the water balloon, then the OC spray, they will beg for you to shoot them.
Yep. That's what I was saying. 10 6-ounce cans of clear out. Yeah, that's a good move. Preppers. May you never need it. Also, guys, don't just jump into this stuff because I'm talking about it. If you see a niche that your preparedness continuum is needing it filled, then do that then. Something I've been thinking about a lot is I think a lot of people are missing other things like, food.
Yeah.
Yeah. So don't go blow your monthly budget of prepper stuff on gas just because I mentioned it on here, because it's a very, very small area that you would use that, a very small amount of things you would use it for.
Well, with all due respect, we're assuming that people even have a budget.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't have a budget.
True.
And that's kind of an issue as well, because they bounce from one perceived need to the next rather than being intentional with it. And one of the things that we try and be around here is intentional. Like, all right, what do we need? Like, I told my wife last night, she's like, I'm so proud of you. I said, I've got, I have the capacity to build some more AR-15s currently. I'm like, I'm not even into it. Like,
Yeah.
I don't even want to buy the parts kits.
Yep.
I was thinking about it, but I was like, but for what? And she's like, so you didn't buy AR-15 parts kits? I was like, no. It was like, I've thought about it, but every time I get into the cart, I'm looking at it going, that's going to be X amount of dollars. Why?
Yep.
Why am I going to do that?
Yep.
And so, hi, babe.
Are you riding?
Yeah, it's
And
coffee
talking
time.
about you.
And talking. I was saying nice things about you too.
Yeah.
And so now, if you have 0 AR-15s, maybe you do buy an AR-15. If you have more than 0 AR-15s, maybe you don't, right? Because like I'm doing the math in my head, I'm like, we got everybody covered and then some.
Yeah.
So why am I gonna take? Let's say it's $1,000 for 2 parts kits. Why am I gonna throw that $1,000 at that? Right? It's like there's 100 other things that we would probably be better served with.
That's right.
Like $1,000 into the garden right now would be a huge.
Big.
Yeah, right. But you think about it that way, it's like, 2 more AR-15 parts kits, or think of $1,000 investment into your garden. What that would look like, like that would be freaking awesome.
Yep.
So,
well, and if you don't, like you were just saying, if you don't have a firearm, first of all, what are you doing? What is wrong with you? What more message do you need? But all joking aside, if you don't have any of that, yeah, maybe that's the direction you need to go. Right now is not the cheap time to do it. But if you don't have it at all, you need to fill that void.
They might live in New Jersey and are still on the waiting list.
right.
He escaped. We're giving him refuge out here.
We renditioned him. Yeah.
Hey, shoot, Virginia's not becoming much better. Daggone it. I mean, some of the stuff they're passing is just ridiculous. Yeah. I don't know if I had said it on here. I was told by a buddy of mine, and I followed up on it with former cop buddies of mine, that Virginia passed a law that inadvertently made it so they couldn't carry shotguns as Leos anymore. So
Right.
they had to get permission from Department of Criminal Justice Services, DCJS, to carry the shotguns that they've been issued since like 1910. You know, it didn't do anything about them carrying AR patrol rifles. It literally inadvertently made it so they couldn't carry a shotgun because the law specified something about you couldn't carry beyond a 50 cal. Who the heck do they think we're assaulting here with 50 caliber rifles? Oh my gosh.
Matt goes a constitutional carry vote today in Texas. I hope it goes through.
Yahtzee.
I really hope that Texas does freedom things. That would be a very good litmus test for where Texas is at right now. If it doesn't pass, I would definitely see that as a negative indicator for the state of Texas. Gosh, there's so much. Just
Don't let him fool you. He just likes snotting everywhere.
I'm a big fan of snot.
He got sprayed yesterday.
Yeah, and it's still going. We actually went to dinner last night, me and my wife, because they've got ladies retreat this weekend, and so I was like, let's go be adults together before you disappear for a few days, and so, gosh, we had it was nice. split a bottle of Merlot, and I got a
fancy.
ribeye. Yeah, there's a nice place around here. In one of them big cities is about 45 minutes away. And got a bottle of Merlot, got a ribeye. Gosh, they got these crunchy Brussels sprouts. I don't think I ever want a Brussels sprout another way, other than
Was it glazed or something?
No, it was like they must have baked them. You could tell it was like good quality oil, Brussels sprouts cut into quarters, and then salt. But they must have baked them at such a high temperature that they like almost like air fried in the oven or something.
Nice.
They're really good.
That'd be good.
They're really good.
Well, I told you, me and my wife, we went on a date night the other day, and oh my gosh, that food was good. I can't tell y'all where because then you'll be able to look it up. But
Yeah, it's the same place.
it was excellent.
I'll tell everybody it's that way.
It's that way. It was so good though, and they had the best bourbon I have ever had. They had on their list there, and it's extremely hard to find. I have been checking every ABC store I can find, and it's a lot of them between here and Virginia, guys. Nobody's got it. I got laughed at almost by the one here. I went in, I was like, "Y'all have Elijah Craig barrel proof," and the lady's literally like, and I was like, "What's that?" And she goes, "We only bring that out at Thanksgiving." I'm like,
Wow.
"Dang it, it's April."
Yeah.
Man.
So you gotta welcome to Bear Camp. We buy things by the case or the pallet.
Oh yeah.
So
y'all just wait till I find it. There won't be any on the shelf for anybody else.
thank you, Seth. I'm glad you enjoyed the report with the map. I was gonna ask you guys if you did. I thought it went pretty well, but I didn't know if it was profitable and equitable for y'all. If you enjoyed it, if it was helpful. So if you would please tell me in the comments if you liked the brief yesterday where I was working the map. Just give me a thumbs up or just hit me with a yes. I appreciate that, Seth. Yes. Yes, I needed to see the map part. It was awesome and very informative. Cool. Certainly did enjoy it. Informative, very informative. Yesterday's live stream was awesomeness. Good.
Geography lesson. Oh, that's good. Lots of comments. Wow.
Good. Good. Okay. Well, hubby liked it. Excellent. I'm glad Franklin Farmstead hubby enjoyed it. Good. All right. Thank you for letting me know, because I think I'd like to do more of that in the future when we do those briefs. It was outstanding. Well, thank you. The best.
I haven't even watched it yet.
You didn't. Yeah. Whatever. It's funny when you're around, like I haven't, and this is not a dig, I haven't watched any of y'all's videos in the last week.
Not sure. I mean, we literally talk about it ahead of time.
But I haven't had the time, right? And like I see, like I'll get on Instagram and Dudley's got a new Instagram thing up, like new video up, and I'm like, I want to go live, and I'm like, but I don't have time. Like maybe that's what I'll do this weekend is I'll catch up on all my brother's videos. So
well, and the thing to me is that we all hang out so frequently that even if the topic is not directly related to something we talk about, I think I kind of take what the videos are about for granted, because I'm like, well, I see these dudes all the time. I got to give my wife some attention sometime.
Yeah. There's certainly that too. Yeah. There's certainly that.
You're not careful, your significant other's going to be like, "Don't you hang with these guys? Why do you have to watch them too?"
Be like, "Do I got to make a video?"
Yeah. and then when I tell her after hanging out with them, watching them, and then I'm like, "Hey, I got to go make a video of my own," she's like, "What's up with that?"
Hey Seth, Bear, is Sam Culper's daily brief worth the $10? Yes, it is. For me, it is. He does a really good job. Let's see.
He's a very smart individual.
Yeah, for sure. Let's see. I typically read them and then delete them. Let me see if I got one in my trash over here.
I'm kind of excited.
Right here.
I might get to meet him soon. That'd be cool.
I'll read you just a little bit from the one from yesterday. Good morning. Here's your early warning for Wednesday, 14 April 2021. This is yesterday's. In today's briefing, in focus, the ODNI's annual threat assessment, situational awareness, Russian NATO sitrep, China sitrep, 72-hour leftist activity, roll-up and outlook, and upcoming event calendar. So we'll just do the first thing. In focus, ODNI's annual threat assessment. The Office of Director of National Intelligence, ODNI, published the annual threat assessment, which includes major portions on China, Russia, Iran, North Korea, and transitional threats cited as COVID-19, climate change, emerging technology, cyber weapons, foreign illicit drugs, and organized crime, migration, and global terrorism. The document also contains assessments on a number of conflicts and instability around the world. I'll cover some detail about China, the top threat, and Russia below. China. The document describes China as advancing its interests at the cost of the United States while advancing regional superiority over the United States and trying to drive wedges between Washington and its allies and partners. As Max recently pointed out, the Chinese effort to peel off South Korea as a U.S. security partner is most indicative of this overall strategy. Efforts to sow doubts about U.S. commitments to regional security in Asia are also part of this overall strategy. Militarily, the report cites China's conventional rocket systems, development of nuclear missile forces for second strike capability, and militarization of space to include lunar exploration, a robotic moon base, and a manned lunar base, and a space-based anti-satellite weapons to be serious concerns. Further, the report assesses that Chinese cyber attacks at a minimum can cause localized temporary disruption to critical infrastructure within the United States. Guys, that's 2 paragraphs from his report. Okay, and it's significant.
Do you hear all the smart dripping out of that? All the smart.
Yeah. Good morning, ma'am. What? I've been looking for that. What? Thank you. So if you want to pay, let's see, $10 a month works out to 33 cents a day for an email. That's I can't really show you on the screen, but it's this long, guys. And look, and there's graphics and there's pictures.
Well, anytime he does his videos like
Yep.
YouTube, he's always got a really well done like PowerPoint. And
Look, it's still going.
Yeah.
It's still going. So yeah, it's the guy knows what he's about. The question is, how well do you want to be informed? Because I would put it this way. What he produces is certainly worth $10 a month. I pay $10 a month for it because it helps keep me in the know, and it helps me know where to point my efforts as far as mining information, researching.
that's a good term, mining information.
Yeah.
That is kind of what you have to do.
But yeah, the good stuff is not there on the surface, right? You got to mine it. Morning, Fo. When you're how informed do you want to be? Morning, Devin. Sam at Forward Observer.
Yeah, I am subscribed to him.
He's a cool dude. I have no idea what he's like in person, but his information is really solid.
Yep.
I know a bunch of really smart people that have done some stuff in their lives that watch him.
Yep. Yep. So I would say yes, it's worth $10 a month for sure. No, he has an email blast that he does that goes out every day. So,
well, you can almost rationalize subscribing to whatever in your preparedness stuff, and that's how I do it. Like I subscribed to you well before, actually meeting you. Same thing with Pastor Joe. And I'll tell you, over the last year prior to coming out here, the intel reports that y'all were putting out were very useful to me. Like, because me and my family, we did bug out for like 3 months. And I was going to work, and it made it so I could stage it at my house while my family was at a safer spot and all that stuff. But we were using that and other information that we were mining to keep us a little ahead of the curve. And it did. We stayed ahead of the big buy curve pretty solidly.
I've got to go pee on that outhouse back there.
You do that.
So y'all are just gonna have to talk.
Don't worry, guys. I'll turn the camera towards him as he goes.
I could just hit. I can hit the outhouse from here.
We'll definitely get a shutdown live stream that way, wouldn't we?
Hey, Sean, come tell the people sitting next to your instructor over here how excited you are to get your footwork on, and what your remedial plan is for your choppers.
boy.
as I drove
Hang on,
past
scoot
you
over.
all
They can't see
multiple
you.
times in the truck, as you all ran and ran and ran. And
Yeah, how was the run yesterday?
My knee was hurting, that's for sure.
Yeah, did you ice it?
No.
Got no sympathy. It's like
I was busy.
my arm hurts. Well, quit moving it like that. You know, that's what it reminds me of. You gotta do that stuff.
Yeah.
So how have the workouts been in general though?
Good. His is miserable. I enjoy Dudley's.
Thanks for
are
that.
you
Thanks for
saying
that.
that my workouts are easy?
No, but
They're
I
different.
enjoy
They're
them because you have like fun music, and his is just him talking.
Mine's literally narration,
Yeah.
pretty much. They occasionally get a cell phone sound.
Yeah.
Well, everyone else on camp says that they can hear my workout loud and clear.
Oh, yeah.
While I have music blasting.
Within a tent.
Yes,
So it's got
exactly.
a wall barrier. Yeah. So is it torturous?
No.
Okay. All right. So we're not there yet.
No. Not yet.
Yeah. Yeah.
Has she ever failed or slowed down on anything?
Yes. Every
Oh,
time.
Okay, because
Yeah.
Everyone does.
I wanted to talk to you about that because just like her dad, once raise the roof happens, those arms stop working.
Yes.
You only live till you've done
You
this
should
all
have,
day.
you should require a permit to
It's
do raise the roof.
horrible.
There should be or sign a waiver.
You do it the first like 20 times. You're like, okay, and then you're just like, oh, I can't remember
You know, the
anymore.
important thing to remember though is it's all voluntary. You literally can't stop.
Yep, exactly.
They told us that in the academy like the first week. They're like, hey, just so y'all remember, you can quit. And somebody spoke up, was like, no, you can't. And they're like, you can literally stop. We're not going to beat your face in if you just don't do
Yeah.
anything anymore. You might be fired, but you don't have to continue. Yep. Well, you're saying hi to.
Hello. Yeah, but I have to get. I think I have 4 cavities in my teeth, and they're all in between my teeth because I have really sensitive gums. And
So your cavities are all in your teeth?
Jesus.
All of them? Everyone?
I'm in between my teeth.
And don't you also have to get how many wisdom teeth removed?
All of them.
All of them. All the teeth.
I did that before. I would get these horrible sinus infections and stuff, and I thought it was like, oh, I'm just having allergies.
Yeah.
But it was 3 broken wisdom teeth. I went in, they said, oh, did you eat today? Because we can't do surgery. No, I didn't eat today. Let's get this going. I got to go drive a truck.
Hey, real quick, this is like the second time it's been asked, and I missed it first time. About the respirator. Are you asking about a gas mask? Or are you asking about like a CPR mask? What is your definition of respirator?
Lucky Jack.
What are you doing there?
That's
honey?
something else you can drop some serious money into. You're talking like, depending on the brand, like $500 for a new gas mask. It's not including cartridge.
Ashley.
Cardio is the devil.
Who? For what?
Gas mask. All right.
know.
I would have to do some research. The ones that we had when I was working, they were like seriously $500 or $600 each, and it didn't look like it should have cost that much. A couple things to look at though is how old is it? If you go to some military surplus stores, it's not to say that they're going to be bad, but they're probably going to be different. You want to make sure that your canister's not out of date. So I can't really give you an exact brand. I'm not well versed in that. Stalwart Peacekeepers probably got more knowledge in that, but we did have to use them occasionally in my stuff. Another thing to consider, if you get one that has a direct center mount for your cartridge, your canister, that's going to be really difficult / impossible to shoulder a rifle with, and that's an entirely different ball game. So that is why they make a side mount option, but you can lose some money quick in that. Another option is just don't be where gas is.
Yeah.
No kidding. That's not even meant to be a joke. So like in my example that I've give, if we chuck a gas grenade, you can actually just push through that. The benefit of OC spray and gas is most people won't push through that. So just keep that in mind.
I love to
gas
ride,
mask.
but man, horrible sometimes.
Sometimes.
I love to run under 170 pounds. Hey, then I can put miles in. That's what I'm working back towards.
Wisdom teeth.
I'm not excited.
Yeah, dude, good gas mask. Yeah, easily $500 to $1,000. You're right. If you something you'll run risk of, so like somebody saying the M50 is great. I've heard the same. I've seen some. I think I saw more often M40s. I think they were called older gas masks. You got to be careful though to make sure they'll seal up right, because they are different sizes of gas masks. I don't have a tiny head. Yeah, I know. I got big head syndrome. But sometimes you will get one that's not fitted to you, and if it leaks, it's just like if you've ever been scuba diving. I used to do that when I was younger. You put your mask on, you want to press it down and suck in to see if you hear any movement of air around it. Same idea. Can't believe the bear just left us with his live stream.
Yeah. I have a not huge fear of needles, but a tiny fear of needles, and I don't like needles near my face at all. So, yeah, I have a slight fear of needles, which I'm not excited for them to put needles into my mouth to numb it.
And guys, a couple people are asking for a link to my channel. The good Dudley, he's been posting it apparently.
I
Thank
have
you.
movements.
Flo, how you doing?
Really good.
Awesome.
What up, Flo? Late
Barbecue surplus gas, man.
Packing things up.
Understandable.
So, a little extra.
Tails, did you wear a gas mask to Walmart?
Ooh. Hey, you know what happens every time you do some cuddling?
I would do that. That sounds like
Are
fun.
you, when are you getting those teeth removed?
I don't know yet.
She doesn't
Mom
do
said she'll make the appointment afterwards, so it'll probably be like in the summer because the
Yeah, I told
dentists
you
are
that.
all like,
My wife's got to get at least one removed. I cannot see.
me neither.
I'll see
So it's there.
What do I call you besides Bear's daughter? I advise getting wisdom teeth removed now while you're young. What do they call you?
Shine. That's what everybody
Shine.
calls me.
Shine bright like a diamond.
Wisdom teeth now.
Shots fired that way.
Yes.
Yeah, I
So you can't tell here because every time I pick a direction, they say no, it's from over there. It's echoing.
I have a very small mouth. Like I've had the dentist, like when they do the X-rays, I have such a bad gag reflex. They can't put it in my mouth with how small it is. It'll try to force it down my throat, so they have to hold it in my mouth.
Hey, something else on those gas masks, guys, because that's kind of the conversation in the chat right now, is kind of like I mentioned on my channel here recently. I just acquired night vision. That is a late in the game of preparedness acquisition because it's so expensive. So if you're, not only get food, but like there was many things that I had on a list well before night vision because it's so expensive. So, like, do you have body armor? What kind of body armor do you have? Do you ever wear it? Are you relatively fit? That's probably something we should focus on, because if you've never worn a gas mask, you can more easily go to Walmart. I just bought one and showed it on Patreon recently. A oxygen restrictor.
Yes.
And we were talking about it.
Yep. I used to
wear
those to train, the training mask,
Yep.
where it had the screw-in capsules to restrict your breathing.
This thing is really cool. It's $20 from Walmart, and it's got a rapid change. It's got a lever on the bottom. So you can go from 4,000 feet, 8,000, 12,000, 16,000 of elevation similarity. It is absolutely terrible. I was doing hammer swings the other day with it on the 4,000 foot setting and had to stop, bend over, and leave this thing on and really focus on breathing from where you weren't getting enough air. Walking with it on the 16,000 setting is brutal. So
well, that should be a key point for people for their preparedness. Can you walk a mile?
Yeah.
Nope.
And if you're thinking about getting a gas mask, you could much cheaper go get one of these air restrictors, because the gas mask does something similar. It is going to restrict the flow of oxygen to some extent.
Yep.
But how cool is the night vision?
Oh, dude. He asked, in case you could hear, how cool is the night vision? It's that cool.
It's a monocular or
Binocular.
Oh, so you're just sitting there in the dark, like.
I literally went outside my door and did that. I said, "Oh,
Every
wow."
single night he's out there.
Yeah. So I went out in my yard, turned it's a PVS 14 on by ATN. Turned that thing on, and I looked over. The first thing in the first 5 seconds of me turning it on, I see like a coyote or a fox. That's the first thing I saw. Otherwise, it was invisible. I was like, oh, buddy. And then it almost died. I actually did draw down. And I was like, oh, you're gonna go because you've been eating my trash.
These are the ones that got
Probably ought to end it, right?
Yeah.
Rock on. How do you turn the sucker off?
So
You press the end stream.
Press the end stream.
I gotta go do dad stuff.
Well, mom goes and does mom stuff.
I need
Family
strongman.
stuff.
Strongmen don't have any. We're just a bunch of weak people over here.
What else is going?
Goddess
Two
love.
boxes and then two.
All right.
Well,
Bless y'all, Patreon.
have a
Bye.
fantastic
Shalom, everyone.
Shalom.
Not approve if you're carrying these boxes.
And
There you go.
wow, technology.